eyes fade to gray as you fade away.
It was night. You sat on the bed which belonged to your husband until you married to him. As you got married to your husband, you came here to live with him. You were still on your wedding gown which you wore in the morning for the ceremony, and your hands were playing with each other as you were nervous to face the man with whom you got married a few hours ago. He entered inside as you were waiting for him to come, and you understood it was him by hearing the sound of his foot clicking against the floor. Unknowingly, you stood up from the bed as you saw his foot came and stood near you with a few meters away. Hi, Jungkook. You slowly lifted your head up and looked at him as he was already looking at you. I need to talk to you. He sounded cold and serious. He has no expressions on his face except a stern expression which you didn't accept at any cost. Oh, I also have something to say. You said, biting your lower lip as you started feeling nervous with the way he was talking and with his behavior. I know what you are going to say. About that only, I'm going to talk. Listen, Ryan. I don't like this marriage because he paused a while and sighed deeply before saying something which could break your heart completely. Okay, listen, I'm not ready for this marriage because I don't love you. Please wait for 6 months. I will set you free from this marriage. The minute he said he doesn't love you, your heart dropped because you expected a lot from him. Jungkook. A deep yet hurtful voice fell on his ear, making him weak, but he encouraged him to be strong in front of you. And you don't like to live with me in the same bedroom. You stay here. I will take another room. And please, if you need anything, ask me or the house helper. Have a good sleep. He said and immediately left the room, leaving you in a complete shock. You collapsed on the bed while your eyes were wide open as you were shocked with his words. Jungkook, what did you just say? You don't like this marriage because you don't love me? Tears started forming in your eyes as you were not knowing how to process what he said earlier. I kept many hopes on this marriage. Why are you behaving like this, Jungkook? A tear escaped from your eye as you recalled his words. You wanted to say something to him, but now you felt it useless to say all those. The whole night you kept thinking about his words. You even forgot to change your wedding gown. You didn't think that the wedding night would turn to a nightmare you never imagined. Next morning, you got fresh up and came downstairs as you thought of getting some peace from the sorrows which entered your life last night. You saw maid was setting a table for breakfast. May I help you? You asked her as you saw she was working alone. No, ma'am. Sir would scold me if he saw you working. I got an order to not let you work, so please sit and enjoy, she said and went to the kitchen to bring plates. You were amazed with her words because you didn't thought he would care for you like this. The man who said doesn't love you, treating you like a princess. This made you think deeply. Okay, arrange a meeting with clients. I wanted to finish all the painting work today. Meanwhile, Jungkook, who was talking on a phone while coming downstairs, and walked near the dining table. Good morning, Jungkook. You greeted him with a little smile as it formed unknowingly after seeing him. Good morning, he said with the same cold expression while pulling the chair out to sit. He smiled awkwardly for his expressionless face and sat opposite to him. And the maid came and served the breakfast for you. Suddenly, the environment became silent as none of you were talking. Jungkook finished his breakfast and left the house without even looking at you, which disappointed you a lot, but you told yourself and had your breakfast. After an hour, you came to the kitchen as you took a break from reading the book, which was only your companion at this tough time. Sasha, right? Maid nodded with a smile while washing the dishes. Can I ask you something? Yes, ma'am, you can ask me anything. She said with full of excitement on her face. She was a funny and hyperactive maid that you had ever seen. Is Jungkook serious always? I mean, does he have any girlfriend? Or you see any girl or woman coming here before marriage? You asked, stretching your words as you thought she would get you wrong. You don't need to worry about those kind of things, ma'am. I have been working here for more than 10 years. Jungkook sir is a gentleman. He never brought any women except his business clients. But I heard he was deeply in love with someone. Maybe it was you? She was looking at you with a blank face, which meant, don't you know this? I know. I was asking simply. Carry on with your work. You came to your room and started thinking about her words. It means he really loves someone, so it's not me. God, what's happening in my life? Days were passing like this. You tried to talk with him many times, but he never gave you a chance to speak. He just says what he wants and leaves. But one thing you liked about him was that he was taking care of you so good. He will do everything even if you don't say anything to him. One fine day, you are cutting vegetables in the kitchen as you thought of preparing a lunch for Jungkook. Even though he say he doesn't love you, the feelings over him would just keep on rising instead of fading. Sasha, Sasha! He called his maid loudly as she was watering the plants, but his loud voice scared you as you flinched and looked at him. Sir, what happened? She asked while shivering with fear as she saw the anger on his face, which only comes at worst times. I told you to not let Ryan do any work in the house, then why are you making her cut the vegetables? He was so angry because he already told his maid strictly about you. Before she could say, you stopped her and answered to Jungkook, who looks concerned about you. Jungkook, please don't shout at her. I'm about to stay alone here. That's why I thought of preparing lunch. She didn't make any mistakes. Please, trust me. You said, looking down as if felt bad about her for receiving his anger, even though it was not her mistake. This is the last time. Don't let her work from next. He strictly told her and went to the couch with his laptop as he was doing work from home today. I'm sorry, Shasha. Because of me, you had to take the blame unnecessarily. You apologized to her as you felt bad, but in return, she replied with a smile. It's okay, ma'am. You don't need to say sorry. He was just worried that you would hurt yourself. See how much he loves you. You're lucky to have him. She said and left to finish watering the plants, but her words made you think, is he concerned about me? In that case, then why would he concerned about someone he doesn't love? Ouch! You accidentally cut your finger while thinking about him. You quickly turned at the door as you were walking back and forth by opening the door for Jungkook. As you expected, he came home but not in a stable condition. He was fully drunk and not himself. Jungkook, why did you drink this much? You quickly went near him and took him to the bedroom by making him wrap his hand around your shoulder for the grip. You made him lay down on the bed and took off his shoes and socks. You felt bad to see him like this, as he never had alcohol because he was against it. Why, please don't leave me. You were about to leave the room, but he held your breast and pulled you over him. With that, you fell on his chest, making the tattoo he had on the chest visible to you as his upper shirt buttons were open. Tattoo with my name? You saw when you sat straight on the bed as he pulled you accidentally in booze. You didn't believe he named your tattoo on his chest. For a few minutes, you just keep on looking at a tattoo as you couldn't believe it. Is it true? The man who said doesn't love me now have a tattoo of my name? You got up from the bed and walked back and forth while holding your head as you didn't understand what was happening. Like this, whole night passed and you were waiting for Jungkook to clear many things with him. As he got out from booze, he slowly opened his eyes and sat straight on the bed. As he shook his head, which was heavy because of alcohol he had at night. Good morning, Jungkook. He quickly turned at your voice and looked surprised. Ryan, what are you doing here? He slowly got off the bed as you also got up from the couch. Actually, I came here to make a big decision. Would you mind signing on these papers? He took those papers, which you handed him, and gone through it. Divorce papers? But why these now? He started behaving differently as he forgot about his fake behavior which he was carrying all these days. I think you should have forgotten. You told on our first night of our marriage that you would divorce me after 6 months. Why waste my time till 6 months? If you sign now, I will apply after 3 months. What now and then? One day we have to get separated, right? So go on. He took the pen from you as his hand was shivering. His face started sweating as he was scared to sign on these papers. He put the pen on the paper but was not ready to sign as he was not ready to leave you. Jungkook, why is your hand shivering? Because you love me, right? He quickly looked at you and started panicking about your words. No, I don't. He was stuttering as he could not even lie properly. Really? Then what would you say about this? You opened the upper part of his shirt for showing him the tattoo he had on his chest. He became mute after the truth was revealed. Why do you become silent, Jungkook? Come on, answer me. Don't you love me? Please, look at me and say, I know you love me. You cubed his face and made him look at you. But for your surprise, his eyes were already filled with tears, which made you hurt to see him like this. Yes, it's true, I love you, and the only woman I loved after my mother is only you, Ryan, only you. Finally, he confessed his love and started crying like a small kid, which you never saw this side of him. You didn't know whether to feel happy about his confession or to feel sad that he was ready to divorce you. If you love me, then why did you want to divorce me? Please, Jungkook, at least now say the truth. You are requesting him as tears dropping down your cheeks because you didn't have a patience to be strong. I will say the truth. Finally, he thought of saying the truth to you, which could break all the misunderstandings to lead a happy life. Actually, on your wedding day, he was passing by your room and he heard you were saying to your father to stop this marriage that you have a boyfriend. You requested him that you don't like Jungkook, but your father was not ready for it and made you marry Jungkook forcefully without your consent. After hearing this, Jungkook's heart was broken. The girl whom he loves the most was not loving him back. He expressed his love on you near your father. That's why your father agreed for this marriage. But as he told your father to keep as a secret about his love, your father hid it and forced you. That's why I thought of marrying and divorcing you later to bring you and your boyfriend together. I don't have any bad intentions behind this marriage, Wine. I just wanted your happiness. I understand your father lied that you agreed for marriage because he doesn't like your boyfriend. I'm sorry for all this mess. What you heard was true, but if you had waited for a few more minutes, you would have known everything. Jungkook, I was not ready for this marriage because I don't want to marry someone without knowing about him. I don't have a boyfriend that I lied to my father to cancel this marriage, but at the end he told how much you love me and how madly you are in love with me. Then I felt you're a godsend partner to me. That's why I agreed for this marriage. I tried to say on the first night, but you didn't give me a chance to explain. I just looked at you after hearing the truth from you. Really? You love me? You nodded, shedding tears. That was the second he pulled you into his embrace as he got so much relief. He felt like at once the pain he was carrying got off him. I'm really sorry, Ryan. I misunderstood everything, but trust me, I thought about your happiness, nothing much. He was feeling guilty for happening all this. It's okay, at least now you got to know. I love you, Jungkook. I never imagined the groom would marry the bride to join her with her boyfriend. You were ready to sacrifice your love? You asked while hugging him in return. Then he lifted your head up, cupping your cheeks, and made you look at him. If my love is without sacrifice, it's selfish. Why? True love is selfless. It's about giving, not getting. I wanted to give you happiness, that's why I was ready to sacrifice my love for you. A smile formed in his lips while he was expressing how much he loves you. His true love made you break into tears again. Jungkook, thank you so much for loving me selflessly. Love you, Jungkook. He said, leaning your head on his chest, as you felt so emotional at this moment. Love you too, Ryan. Thanks for watching.